All right, guys, I'm back. It's Dinger Tuesday, and I got my favorite home run ideas on the screen right there. And if you're new to the channel or just want a refresher course, you can refer back to the May 28th Dinger Tuesday video where I lay out a case on how I select these players. It's an open book where I go into great detail on identifying the players that have a barrel percentage of 12.5% or higher, and also an ISO rate of 20% or more, and a hard hit percentage of 44% or more. The players that had these three, that fell into these three categories, didn't you know they were all in the top 50 or whatever in a leaderboard? And I think like most of them were in the top 20 home run hitters in the league at that point in time. So I said to myself, wow, that seems like some good correlation there. Seemed like we might be onto something. So what I said to myself for Dinger Tuesdays is, let's look at the players in the last 14 days that exhibit these three things on the screen here. So we can find the hottest batters, in a 2-week time frame to try to attack for home run plays. So 2 weeks ago, I think there was I don't remember, 7 or 8 or so. And if you were to play every single one of them with the odds, it would have been profitable. Now, I didn't say, I'm not saying to do that, but if you go back to last week, we were one player shy, one more home run shy from breaking, making a profit. We were slightly unprofitable. But when you think about that, there was 20 players. Who wants to play 20 players? I mean, that's not necessarily the smartest thing, but for reference purposes, it was if you played every single one of them, it was right there, almost to breaking even. Okay. But the idea is to take the ones you like, not to play every single one. And here are the ones that I like for today. Like I said, these players in the last 14 days exhibit all these qualities, have a barrel rate of 12.5%, an ISO rate of 20% or more, and a hard hit percentage of 44% or more. So I won't read every name off the screen there. I mean, I hope you can read, you can do it yourself and select any players that you like. Okay. And like I said, it's an open book and you can go back and you can be like, man, I don't like this strategy. That's fine. If you agree with it, which I think if you're smart, you would, man. And you'd be like, oh, at least I'm not listening to some guy just telling me who he likes and I have no idea what he's, how he's doing it. It's all right there. You can make a decision for yourself. So at least if you do like it, you're like, I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm liking these players, not because some guy on YouTube says, play these, So there you go. I have 4 players that just missed the cut and maybe you might want to consider them. So let's check that out. All right, here are the 4 players that just missed the cut. Now, I think these ones right here are still great options. I think they are just as likely to hit a home run as the other players on the other slide, okay? The only thing of the 3 categories, the one that I have the most wiggle room would be hard hit percentage. Barrel rate at 12.5. I mean, that's already low as it is. Most of the players, actually every player, I believe on that previous slide was well above 12.5%. So that's just some baseline. If you get any lower than that, it's a no for me. Same thing with ISO. You got at least 20% or higher. But hard hit percentage, I can have some little wiggle room. So I think O'Neal Cruz at 39.1% hard hit percentage is totally in that range. Same thing with Ty France, 37.5 hard hit percentage. And also with J.D. Martinez at 38.5 hard hit rate. Now, I just did say that ISO rate of below 20 is off the table. But then again, I got Alec Bohm right there at 19%. So close if you want to consider these guys. I mean, because there's plenty of players that will hit home runs that absolutely are horrible in every one of these categories. It doesn't mean this is the only way you can hit a home run. It's just that this is the likely way to find players that will hit a home run with these 3 categories here. So, all right, those are the 4 that just missed the cut. The last thing I want to get to is the stadiums or ballparks that have a positive or negative impact on the potential for home runs. Let's get right to it. All right, here are the 5 games that have a significant impact, I guess, if you will. The weather will have a significant impact to the positive or the negative Let's get right into it. The only positive weather game to the tune of plus 25% of an increase above normal for home run potential is in the Cleveland-Cincinnati game. So that one, there you go. Unfortunately, there's only one of them. Now, there's going to be 4 games where the weather is going to decrease the potential for home runs, below average. It's going to be the Washington at Detroit game to the tune of a negative 24%. Then moving on, Atlanta at Baltimore, a negative 21% decrease in potential home runs. And then Houston at San Francisco and Pittsburgh at St. Louis. Both of those games are going to have a potential for a decrease of 20% in home run potential. And it's all due to weather. Okay, and some kind of combination of wind direction, wind speed, humidity, temperature. It all plays into a factor. But I would not stay away from any of these players that are in the 4 ballparks that have a negative, potential for home run. If you really love someone, I still think that you'd play them. They're not. If it said minus 50%, then I'd stay the heck away. Okay. And if there was a game where there was a positive 50% above average for home runs, I'd play every team. I'd play all 9 players from both teams. I'm just joking, but you know what I mean? It's like, there you go. We'll leave it there. So these are my favorite players for Dinger Tuesday, and these are some park conditions that you might want to consider. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.